Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pamela and today we're going to be talking about influencer events, what happens at these events, and just everything you want to know. Are there free stuff? Do famous people go? How do you even get on these lists and more? So let's get started. Super quick disclaimer, this is not a secret formula or the secret to 100% get invited to influencer events. I've been a content creator since June 2020, so in a few months it is going to be my 3-year anniversary since I've been a content creator, but I did not get invited to my very first influencer event until February 2022, which was almost a year ago. So ever since then, I've been invited to so many awesome events that I am going to be talking about in this video, but again, this is not a foolproof way to get invited. I was doing content creation for a full year before I finally got invited to my first event. Also, if you are a content creator or you are just starting out in the content creator space, do not be discouraged if you have not been invited to an event yet. Trust me, you are going to. I went through so much for so many months because I was afraid that I was never going to be the influencer that got invited to events. I was so scared, and then when I finally got my first email that was like, yeah, like come to this event, I was like, this has to be fake. So this is your sign, you're going to get invited to one. 2023 is going to be your year, and let's get started. So let's talk about some of the events that I have been to. So I have been a content creator, like I said, for almost 3 years now, and some of my favorite events that I've been invited to include Urban Outfitters. I went to a World Cup viewing party a few weeks ago. Brio Geo had an event at the Allure store, as well as Yanka Paris. Nikon had an event for their creators. There was a event with this in-store like shopping app called MC Studios. Revlon had a coffee truck event. I've just been to so many really fun and cool ones, and I have learned so much. So I've broken down this video into 6 different parts that we're going to be discussing. So first is, how do you even get invited to these events, and what is the process of going to an influencer event? Influencer events usually happen when a brand is doing an activation or they are launching something new. 9 times out of 10, you're not really going to see a brand just have a random event because they want a bunch of influencers to come and just take pictures and party and make TikToks. So for example, a few weeks ago, there was a bunch of videos on TikTok of Selena Gomez in New York because she invited a bunch of influencers to come celebrate the launch of the Rare Beauty highlighter, and really notable influencers were there such as Alex Earl, Lauren Wolf, and so many more. Again, they were there to celebrate the launch of the Rare Beauty highlighter, which was going to be launching at Sephora and on Rare Beauty. So they wanted a bunch of influencers to come and obviously promote, make videos with Selena, talk about the product, and that was again to just promote that. So brands usually do events because there is a activation, they want to launch a new product, or they just want to talk about it. From my experience, I have noticed that brands actually reach out to me more from seeing my TikTok videos. I have had a ton of PR people that I've talked to at events. They are the ones that are usually emailing me or emailing my manager, and then when I meet them in person, they're like, oh my god, like, you're Pamela, hi, I was the one emailing you, or I was the one emailing your manager. And meeting them in real life is just so fun because it's like, oh my god, first we were emailing and now we're talking in person. But a lot of the time, these PR people reach out to me mainly from my TikTok, and in all my videos they always use hashtags so that I can hopefully be found through hashtags. And I also do not niche down in my content. It is very annoying when I see other creators online saying you need to niche down, you need to niche down, that is the only way you're gonna grow. I am someone who, although I go to fashion school and I am a fashion student and I love making content about like outfits and showing my outfit of the day, and I love posting my outfits on Instagram, I don't want to just be known for fashion. I have so many other interests that I like to talk about, such as career and internship tips. I love talking about how I became a content creator, breaking down the industry for you guys, just like how I am right now, being a lot more transparent. I don't want to just be known for fashion. There's so many other things that I want to do. Eventually, I want to start a brand and an actual business where I can sell products and stuff. Like, there are so many other things that I want to do. I think when you sub-niche and have multiple niches that all go together, it's so much easier because not only are you going to be getting invited to so many more events within all that same category, but again, it's fun. You're not just under one bubble or one umbrella. Lastly, super important, you need to have an email in your bio when you are creating content. If you do not have an email in your bio, specifically a business one, you are not going to be reached out to by people. The reason why I say this is because yes, you can get invited to things through DMs, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of these people already have a pitch set up through their email, where all they have to do is just copy and paste it and then send out all of these emails to creators that they want to come to events. So if they don't have your email, it's going to be a lot harder for them to reach out to you again in the future. I have brands that I've worked with over a year ago that still have my email on file, and they will email me and just be like, hey, can we send you this? You don't have to post, we just want to send you this. Like, I'm telling you guys, have a business email in your bio. It is so easy to create. All you have to do is just make one on Google. I have a Gmail one. I have my personal one, which is just for when I shop and buying things online. And then I have my business email, which is just for when I want brands to reach out to me. And then my manager, we also have our conjoined email when there is a paid partnership or anything going on that is a little bit more serious, like above gifting. Number 2 is research the brand and make sure that you are looking at previous events that they have hosted. The reason why I say this is because as a content creator, we get so much hate and we get a lot of harsh comments online that we have to deal with. And if you are working with a brand, or if you get invited to an event where the brand is most notable for being very problematic and they don't have the best reputation, that is going to land down back on you because you chose to go to the event and be associated with this brand. So just always make sure you're doing research. Again, if you are going to an event where this brand had a product that maybe they didn't pay their creators for when they were doing all of the promo for it, do you really want to be associated with that? I remember there was a brand that reached out to me a few months ago. I think it was like a skincare brand, and I really was going to work with them, and then out of nowhere, I think this was like fate, I saw a TikTok from one of my mutuals. She had it on private, it was like friends only, and she was saying that this skincare brand was not paying her. They owed her so much money, and that the video actually went viral, and then they just like refused to pay her. And then everybody in the comments was like coming together and saying, oh, I had the same issue with that brand. So I'm really glad that I didn't work with them and that I saw that video, because I don't want to work with a brand that is most known for just being problematic and they are not good to their influencers or creators. The way that you can do some of this research is just easily look up the brands on Instagram or TikTok, see what other events they've put together in the past. Anytime I am going somewhere, I always make sure that I look up the location on TikTok and see if other people have been there. I don't know if that's just me, maybe I have like anxiety about these events, but I need to know the vibe. I need to know what is going on at these events, if people have been there, what kinds of things this brand does, like, because a lot of the time it is not really the same brand inviting me over and over again. It's just a bunch of different brands, so I really don't know like what is going on. So doing research online is super good. Always, again, ask yourself as a creator, does this brand align with your content, and is this reputable? Do you want to be associated with this brand? Because at the end of the day, being a content creator, you are your own boss. You basically have your own business. You are making money from this, or you eventually want to make money from this. So make sure that you are, again, just aligning with a brand that works best for you and that your audience is going to love as well. Number 3, we are getting into the good stuff now, which is what actually happens at these events, what goes on, all the tea, all the secrets. So at these events, there is usually food, music, other influencers, free stuff, little PR bags, and it is just overall so much fun. When I go to events, 9 times out of 10, there's always somebody there from social media that I know, or if I don't know anybody, someone comes up to me and they're like, I have seen your content before on TikTok. Or again, if I don't know anyone, but I see someone that I know, I go up to them and I'm like, I love your content so much, and then we're all just talking. It can be so hard to go to an event and just stand there alone and then you're just not having a good time. But as someone who can't constantly rely on other people to come with me to events, like my sister or my boyfriend, I have been going to some alone as of recently, and when I go, it is a super scary feeling, but when I'm there and I'm in that environment, I feel so confident, I feel so happy, because I'm like, there's other creators here who also love doing content just like me. And even if you don't know about anybody, it kind of forces you to get out of your comfort zone and want to go and talk to people. I've made so many awesome friends, and even people that I still have like on my social media that we hype each other up, that I've met at events from months ago. So it is a great way to network, and that is going to be in one of my other tips later on in this video. As I said before, at events, it is usually just to promote or do things like different activations. And for example, when I went to a Nikon creators event, there was this really cool thing that they were doing where it was like pass the camera around. So everybody at the end of the night, they like were gonna put together all of the clips of people just doing like little like things into the camera, and I actually saw the video later on, like on the Nikon TikTok and their Instagram. I'm gonna leave it up on the screen, but I thought that that was so cool. And then something else that was also cool at the Nikon event is that they had a like rent a camera station where basically, since they were promoting a brand new camera, they let everybody get that camera in the back. You would sign it off on a sheet, and then you could go around at the event, take pictures, and then transfer it onto your phone so you could actually have the physical images and everything like on your phone. I thought that that was so cool. I've never seen an event do something like that where you can like rent a camera for the night, and I thought that it was so awesome. So brands usually get really creative when it comes to what you are doing at these events, and they also had a little like whiteboard where you could write down, I think it was like your goals or your dreams or just what you want to accomplish, and I also thought that that was really, really cute. There's also always a PR bag or some sort of gift at these events. At the Nikon one, they also did a camera giveaway, which is really, really cool. But then we also got a little like tote bag with a tripod and some Nikon branded stuff. We had, I think it was a notebook and then like a beanie and a bunch of other cute little things, a water bottle. So brands are always going to give you branded items. Then you are going to be able to use that, post it online at the end of the night, literally do whatever you want. They just want to get as much exposure as they can, and then of course make it really fun for everybody that is there. Tip number 4 is how can you network at these events, as well as creating content. So when I was at the Nikon event, I was there alone. I was really scared, and then a girl with a clipboard came up to me. We were just talking, we introduced ourselves, and she was like, oh my god, like you're Pamela. And then we just started talking about TikTok and social media. We exchanged our personal Instagrams, and we have kept in touch ever since. So when we were talking there, she told me that she's definitely gonna keep me in touch for future events. She said she loved my content, she loved my account. She even like wrote my name down on her phone, and she was like, I was the one that was emailing you. I love your videos. I wanted to invite you personally. And again, it was just such a crazy moment because it's like, these are people that, like, these are real people that love your content in real life, and they're like, yeah, we wanted to invite you because we love your videos. So I just think that it is such an amazing experience. And then again, for how to network, you can also connect with other creators and exchange social media accounts. This is exactly what I do anytime I go to an event. 9 times out of 10, I don't really know anybody that's there, and if I do know someone that's there, again, like I said, I just go up to them and I'm like, hey, let's talk. I force myself to get out of my comfort zone. But it is super important to exchange social medias, because you never know if maybe in a few weeks you guys can go and meet up again, maybe grab some brunch, go shoot content together, and then, you know, now you have a new friend in the industry. Also, very important is to make content at these events so that the brands can see it. For example, when I went to the Urban Outfitters event a few weeks ago for the World Cup viewing party, I created a TikTok and I was talking about like, come along with me to this Urban Outfitters World Cup party, and I ended up emailing it afterward to the PR girl that emailed me from Urban Outfitters and was like, hey, like, do you want to come? She saw it, she sent it over to her team. She was like, we absolutely love this, and we're definitely going to keep you in mind for future events. So again, it's like, try to create content as well, because at the end of the day, that is why you are there. You are a content creator. You want to also share with your audience. I love sharing with my audience when I go to events and what is going on, because I was someone who was on the other end of the screen, and I was like, I wish that this could be me. I wish I could go to these events, and now that I have the opportunity, I want to share it with other people online as well. So definitely try to create as much content as you can. Number 5 is, what are the perks of going to these influencer events? Number 1 is you can network with people. Networking is so great because you never know if in the future these people might post something on their social media, or you never know if you guys might line up again in the future and there will be an opportunity where maybe you benefit or maybe the other person benefits. So definitely connect with these people. Another cool thing is that you can also meet the actual PR people on the team for this brand and get to connect with them in real life. There are so many times where I will meet people from just our emails in person at events, and I'm like, oh my god, like, it's you, you're real. Like, when I went to an event with Amika a few months ago, I was able to meet in person the girl who was emailing me back and forth and was also like emailing my manager. So it's really cool to meet these people in real life and actually connect with them beyond the screen. 3 is you get goodie bags and you get really fun products. I think that is one of the coolest perks, is getting the products and just getting a bunch of goodie bags and little gifts. I love gift bags. If I don't ever use the products fully, or I know that I'm not going to be able to get through to it, I always give it to my friends and family to get them the opportunity to also use it as well. But who doesn't love a good goodie bag? Lastly is you get to experience these one-in-a-lifetime opportunities. If you are at an event and you are an influencer, or if you have the chance to attend these, it is such an amazing opportunity because again, I'm someone who in high school I used to dream of going to these, and I always wanted to be able to have the chance to talk to other creators and be in their shoes. And now that I am, and I actually know what it's like to go to these, and it's no longer just me wishing and dreaming and I'm actually there, it is such an amazing opportunity. Again, I always try to bring my friends and people to these events with me because it's just such an amazing opportunity. I've had my boyfriend and his friends come, I've had my sister come. Like, I always just try to bring like anyone that is close with me because I really want these people to experience things. Lastly, tip number 6, this is one of the most important, is follow up with the person who emailed you or invited you to the event and send over any content that you made. When you reconnect, just send a thank you email. Not only is this just super genuine, but again, you really want to thank the person that invited you because you could have been any other person that again was maybe on a list and didn't get invited. So just out of the sake of being a kind and genuine person, send a thank you email. It doesn't hurt. It literally just takes a few seconds to type something short up, say thank you for thinking of me, thank you for inviting me. And again, if you created any content, make sure that you send them over to that person as well, because you never know if they're going to show it to the social media team and then maybe they want to work with you again in the future, or maybe they really like your content style and again, there's some upcoming campaigns that they want to invite you on. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that this was super informative because as someone who always dreamed of being a content creator and going to events, now that I'm actually in the shoes of someone who gets invited to these pretty much on a monthly basis, I want to share as much as I can with you guys and be super transparent. So if you guys have any questions about these events, definitely let me know in the comments, and don't be afraid to DM me on Instagram. I try to answer as many as I can because they are piling up pretty quickly. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and if you have any specific video requests, let me know. Don't forget to follow my Instagram and my TikTok, as well as subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!